Hey, okay. Hmm? Okay.
Yeah, hopefully this valve lapping is worth it. It's a bit of a tedious process, but it'll hopefully improve the compression and by improving the valve seat. And maybe get us a few horsepower back. The 350 doesn't have that many horsepower to spare, so it needs them. Son of a bitch. These they're just spun off immediately. I'm gonna use a bit of this is kerosene. The compound that's being used is a grease. It's a grease impregnated with silicon carbide, I think is what it is. Yeah, it's silicon carbide. But since it's a grease, it kind of gets on stuff, and then it's really hard to get off. And if that grease is on there, the suction cup will slide around, forming a real poor seal. And then you can't work it very well. Sometimes you kind of have to do this technique like this. You roll it in your hands, but you don't want to do that for too long because it's not particularly nice for your wrist. Damn it. You can tell Grant I'm lapping the valves. Cool. You ended up winning Ticket to Ride. Or do you guys just give up playing because it's too complicated? Has he blamed anything on a conspiracy by the Chinese yet? Oh. What do you think of the audio and video quality from this webcam? I'm going to be using it for the Hot Wings challenge on Saturday, so if it's real garbage, though, I'll probably just do GoPro recording and then try and edit it down some. All right. So you would say not, but maybe your stream settings. I don't know. It's an old webcam, and this is going through Wi-Fi, so. You have to see the Hot Wings challenge may end up just being a GoPro thing then. Need to really be able to see the faces of anguish. No, I'm just using there's a built-in live stream thing in YouTube. So I don't have any streaming software. Okay. Yeah, or I might just switch to Facebook Live instead. So that seems to give pretty good quality. The other thing is then I could use a phone. YouTube will not let you stream or live stream from a mobile device unless you have 1,000 followers or 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, or maybe Twitch. We'll see. It's kind of interesting. We're going to have to end up using Carrie's laptop because my laptop is up at the high school. My work laptop does not allow you to use the camera, and my desktop is in the wrong room. I do not have multiple cameras, so well, I could ask around. There's probably some people coming who have external webcams. Could bring them up and try and set up a camera for each person's face. Did you guys see the trophy video? What'd you think? Unsure what classic means. Yeah, good old Windows Movie Maker coming through in a pinch. You think the trophy is a good enough prize to be worth it to scald your mouth on blazing hot sauce? No, I haven't got the paper gasket off. I'm giving it a break. I'm doing this valve lapping. I'm just gonna go at it with a Dremel tool, I think, with sandpaper wheels. Try and get it thin. Oh, did Grant see the trophy yet? Because I don't know if you've read Dune, but there's several puns going on the trophy. There are lots of layers to it. We were getting in lots of jokes about spice in our motorcycle adventure last summer. Yeah, these exhaust valves are like a joke. They're freaking like the size of a nickel. A lot of the tools for working on this engine that a lot of the tools working on this engine that I found have been like targeted at lawnmower engines. Like this valve lapping tool here with like the extremely tiny suction cup. Doesn't work worth a damn, by the way. Would not give this a glowing review. Oh. Yeah, I was thinking I can start marketing it as like a garage ASMR. Just got to make more clicking and popping noises. Yeah, I'll try and live stream more tomorrow. It turns out that our robotics team is going to try and meet tomorrow, but the school's under construction, so they can't. And so I'll be working on the motorcycle some more. Maybe Carrie will be out here. Can set up the camera. Should be more entertaining when I start putting things back together. But yeah, the rest of the inside of the engine looks really. We've cleaned it up real well. It's like here is the this is the bottom case. It's like new now. It's awesome. This is for comparison, this is the top case, which we haven't gotten to yet. You can see it's like real brown inside. We've gotten to some of it. We got a lot of the stuff off the outside. But you can see all these things. That's where the cylinder bank fits on. Cylinder bank's inside right now. But yeah, like these are this is the gears for the transmission. And they're in like perfect shape, which is fantastic. Nope. Also drop a bunch of parts off of them and I can't remember how they go back together. Then it might not work so good. So avoid doing that again. Here, I'll go get the cylinder bank. You see what I'm talking about? Yeah, so this is the old cylinder bank. You can see that black gasket on there. So this side came off just fine. This is the side that mates to the head, where all the valves are. And then this is the side that mates to the top case. I know there's like a horrific glare, but that's where the gaskets is. And that one is being a huge, huge pain in the ass. So I'm taking a break and doing some valve lapping. Which I thought was going to be an easier task than it is. But it is real slow and boring. time's up. Okay. Okay. All good. Yeah, Carrie's getting home in 30 minutes, or she gets off work in 30 minutes. I don't know how long she'll stay in chat. But yeah, these valves are pretty grody. Hopefully this actually helps bring back some compression and some power. Damn it. That one's leaking like a stuck pig. So is that. Well, there you go. I was going to ask, I'm not actually using my first 3D printer anymore. And I actually have the packaging materials for it, so if somebody wants it in Texas, I'll be willing to ship it. I don't know if anybody's wanting to get into the 3D printing game, but that's one way to do it. It doesn't print that well, but yeah, I mean, it's really easy to operate. And I don't know if you've used like, if you can export anything to an STL file, any sort of like 3D modeling program, there are several of them that are free online. You can make your own stuff, or you can just like go on Thingiverse and print stuff out. I mean, I do a lot of that. A bunch of the trophy was Thingiverse, like the tongue. The tongue was a Thingiverse print. The muscly arms were Thingiverse prints. The cowboy boots were Thingiverse prints. And then the sandworm I had to make. The crown I made. And the base I made. But there's good stuff on Thingiverse. Well, maybe those valves just need to be cleaned up a bit, because they're not leaking now. Excellent. That's what I want to hear. So yeah, if you want it, I'll send it to you. I'll have to give you instructions on how to. The heated bed is broken on it, so you have to use like glue stick and be careful with your print settings to get it to actually adhere right. So it's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but if you like it a bunch, then you can invest in your own printer and not get the one that I'm sending you because that one not super great. The way those last valves just sealed after getting them cleaned a bit makes me wonder, perhaps that's secretly the problem of these other valves. Okay, yeah, well, I'll package up the printer, then I'll send it that way. You should text me your new apartment address so I can just send it straight to you. Yeah, who knows? Might be working on the dirt bike tomorrow too, because the replacement headlight unit should be coming in. Yeah, I guess those valves are just dirty because those are sealed up just fine. No issues. Oh shit, what was that? Oh, okay, I know what that was for. Okay. Sorry, it's always a little bit nerve-wracking when you just find like random washers and snap ring on the table. But that was for a different thing. Not important. Maybe we can talk some tomorrow. Because, yeah, the Mario Kart Tournament of Champions is, we're going to have like 8 people playing. Should be a good old time. I'd like to be able to stream it pretty good for everybody who's playing, If they have other people who want to watch. Do I have a capture card? I'm not familiar with that terminology, but if I use this webcam, I'm going to have to use Carrie's laptop, again, from the aforementioned laptop woes. And so I don't think, I mean, her laptop is like this ancient ThinkPad. It doesn't have like anything. Okay, now we're gonna give this a go, but I can almost guarantee this isn't gonna work. I'm gonna have to wait for Carrie to come home. As predicted, it didn't work. I always use the front-facing camera to capture stuff off my screen. I mean, I don't do any video game recording, you know. It's not like I'm speed running Banjo-Kazooie or anything like that. I haven't wanted to play through Banjo-Kazooie again. Or maybe Banjo-Tooie. Banjo-Tooie was pretty good. Oh, this is not going to work. As predicted. So, now we'll just have to wait. Good. Yeah, what about the Mario Kart thing? Oh, yeah. No, I basically have just given up hope at actually capturing the game footage. I'm just going to turn the camera on the people, because I think that's going to be the more entertaining part. And then I was just going to have either myself or somebody else narrate the game. Yeah, I mean, can you get one? See, the problem is this is happening Saturday, right? So, like, I have to get it tomorrow. So I have to go and, like, sell my soul to Best Buy or something. Yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll just live in the moment and not record it. You know, do that ye old 6, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever taken apart valve springs before, but these little tiny things they call keepers are like a huge pain in the ass to put back in. Oh my god. Karen and I are going to have to work together on that one. Because I'm not getting it apart by myself. We're getting it on. Nope. If I had a decent valve spring compressor tool, I could do it, but mine sucks, so. Yeah, that could work. And it would be, it'd be kind of crap, but, yeah. It would be fun to, capture some moments where people mess up because they're too strung out on hot sauce. No cam lights, you're playing a set of course with just screen capture. Let's see. What do I need to work on now? I believe this guy. Oh yeah, I don't know if Grant knows this, but this bike totally had an engine swap at some point because the serial numbers do not match. I have somebody who's just named Eskridge, Kansas. Unfortunately, Eskridge, there are at least 300 people that live there during the peak season, and I do not know which one of those 300 you are. Oh, I see. Oh yeah, look at that. Coming out clean. Yeah, the bins don't match. It's not a numbers matching machine. And there's some horrific levels of road grime where the main drive sprocket was underneath these covers. Also was like missing, engine mount bolts, that kind of stuff. That was a fun discovery. Luckily, most of this stuff is just wipe it off with kerosene. It's fortunate. Doesn't surprise Grant. That makes me suspicious. Did he blow up this motor at some point? And that's how he knows it's not numbers matching? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, we might get a space heater for the garage. Ask Grant if he wants an S&S crate motor for his Harley for Christmas. how else is he going to crack dank nooners as he wheelies away from the school in the afternoon? I need nylon brush. I'm kind of surprised. I haven't just like incidentally ran across a like nitrous fogger kit for the Harley, but I'm sure something like that exists. Maybe. I'd be real surprised if they blew up a motor and then replaced it with the condition the bike was in. I imagine a blown up motor would be death knell for the machine at their hands. They didn't really care about this bike. Man, these little posts have got some grime soaked in. If Grant just wait until it leaks oil from the head, he's probably got like 1,000 more miles. But nah, you shouldn't go for the Screaming Eagle Stage 4. You just get the SNS stuff. You don't need to feed any more money to the Harley machine. You should go aftermarket. Make more power, spend less money. Yeah, I sent Carrie a list of all the parts I wanted to order for the motorcycles as Christmas gifts, so I don't know if you guys want that. I can send you that list. I sent Lee part of it. Parts for the 250L. Because there's some stuff I want to put on it to try and keep it from breaking. Okay, this part is getting a soak-a-doke because it is too grimy. Let's see, what else do I need to work on? Honestly, not much else. I need to get that stuff off the cylinder bank. This guy could use a little more. The Turbo Busa swap. Classic. Now, an S&S would definitely fit in the frame. I don't know if Grant remembers the Hooligan video, or the Hoonigan, where they went flat track racing with their Sportster, and they bought an S&S motor. That's exactly what they did. I am very pumped that the title stuff got taken care of. And I'm even more pumped that Oregon does not issue bonded titles, so they're just going to issue me a clean title when I give them the bonded title, which is awesome. And I'm guessing a pretty commonly used illicit means of cleaning titles, so I might have some explaining to do at the DMV. There's some sort of form I have to fill out that's extra. But I haven't been able to find it on any of their websites, so that's a little bit terrifying. See what happens. See, I'm hoping to get this engine put together before the end of the year, and then we didn't take any of the rest of the bike apart. The plan is to just put the engine in with the electronics and wiring as is, make sure it runs properly, and then if it does, rip the engine out again and tear everything off the bike. Paint the frame because it's got some rusty spots on it. I'm going to look around, see if I can find someone who will do some reasonable priced it's not painting, it's the hell, I can't remember what it's called. They bake it on. It's a more durable form of painting. Powder coat, there you go. Yeah. I'll see if I can get it powder coated. And then I'll start buying a bunch of trick bits for it. I was watching some videos the other day for motorcycles, and I saw the new Royal Enfield, their street bike, not the Himalayan, but their street bike, and I realized that's kind of the mix of modern and retro I want to try and achieve on this motorcycle. So I think that's the closest thing to the vision I have in my head so far. Is that Royal Enfield bike? I can't remember what it's called. It's their new twin. I was even thinking it'd be a cool thing if I can come up with a good idea for it. I might try a few things. Actually, like 3D printing like small fairing bits to go around the front of the engine. You know, to like give it a little more body work to it. I'm also gonna paint the covers black for the engine. So like the clutch cover and the other side, I'm going to paint those so it'll look a little more modern. The covers, let me get one down. So like the engine, right? So like anything that is finned is hot, and nothing that is finned is going to get painted. Or at least I'm not going to paint it, but that's actually not as uncommon thing. Like you can, like the Sportster is painted. It's painted black. It's fine. But so this cover. So this cover is for the starter motor is there, and then this is where the shift lever goes through, and then this covers up the shift linkage BS in there somewhere. But see, this isn't finned, and so be painted, and this is not cooling the engine. So I think it'll be good, and it'll make it look more modern because modern bikes don't have just like all these silver bits on them. They're mostly blacked out, and so I think painting it will give it a more modern feel. So also because this is like corroded and shit all over the place, the finish is pretty shot. This was chromed, you can tell, but it's pretty done. So I'll just have to like sand it up a bit and then paint it black maybe. Paint it black and then run it open heads until I get arrested. That's the plan. A language filter. Oh, you can't curse? Or is everything I'm saying being translated into Japanese? It's pretty cold here, and the sun went down, so now it's getting like more legitimately cold. But these days, it's like high of in the 40s right now. It's getting down into the 20s at night, so. It's getting a little chilly, but that's already 5:24. Carrie should be home by now, huh? She'll be rolling up in a bit. But yeah, this is the shift lever, in case you were wondering what this is. And the fit goes on here. It goes ka-chink, 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 and then this part over here is almost like a watch mechanism. And it goes back and forth, and these teeth grab a little wheel and make it rotate. And then that does some other junk and makes stuff happen. But yeah, after the got the valve springs attached, I got to repair the starter clutch. Got to get that top case cleaned, and then it will be. Oh, got to hone the cylinders. Cylinder honing has to take place, and then it will be reassembly time. So we might be reassembling tomorrow afternoon, maybe sooner. Who knows? Bought new floats for the carburetor. Carburetor is going to get looked at. It wasn't running right. I got new fancy ignition for it. Got some electronic ignition. It's going to be bitching. Have to get some new plugs. These plugs are like already fouled that we put in. I think it was running like hellaciously rich, or there's oil blow by or something. There's new piston rings that are going to be going in, and honed cylinders, new piston rings, should have a good seal. The valves got lapped, so we should get good compression out of it. So it should make, all 25 horsepower, whatever it made before. See what happens. In the 70s, it made actually 36 horsepower, so if it makes 36 horsepower again, that'll actually be pretty good. That'll be like the same as the Ninja 300. But it only made 22? Oh, shit. Well, we'll just be real slow then all the time. That's fine. Yeah, I was looking up performance upgrades for this motorcycle, and every time I looked up a performance upgrade, there was like 17 people on a forum saying, don't try and make this bike go faster, just buy the CB 500 instead. Which I thought was hilarious. I think it's still going to be pretty slow. I mean, it's a 350cc bike from the 70s, so. But again, it's like the Harley Davidson, you got to enjoy it for what it is. If you try and make it into something it isn't, you'll just be disappointed all the time. There you go. Not sure how I'm going to get that spring back on, but it's off now. All right, bro. Yeah, I'll try and catch with you tomorrow and maybe try that OBS program and see how that works. Then you'll be able to see me absolutely kill myself on hot chicken wings on Saturday. don't know what that spring even does. There we go. It's back on there. Okay. Let's see if this case wants to cooperate now. So better, yeah, they've even got like a relic from the past. There's some sort of inspector number that's in here. Inspector 7388 apparently is one who cleared this engine for final assembly or something. I don't know. I was watching some other videos online and people assembling these engines, and it has the same markings in it. So it's some sort of inspector. Somehow they kept track of that, Honda, using that system. So well, it's fun to see some relics like that from the past, you know. So is there a running bet on how many hot sauces I'll make it through? Well, here I'll give you the engine serial number. Oh, balls, maybe. Give me a minute. we go. Yeah, and it could even be that this is actually the original engine with the motorcycle. I mean, not. I know that in the past there are some manufacturers that actually didn't adhere to numbers matching serial numbers with their engine and their frames. So I don't know if Honda was doing that in the 70s or not. Let's see. The serial number for this is, let me see if I can just type in the chat. So it is 103 7323. 7323. And then it starts with a CB350FE dash that. That's the serial number for the engine. And so the serial number for the bike is CB350FE. There's that. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the history of this motorcycle and engine combo. There you go. But I'm sure they both came out of the same model motorcycle, so. Oh, for the Mario Kart thing? Yeah, the way the Mario Kart thing is going to work is it's not contingent on if you win or lose. It's you eat a hot wing before you race. And so you'll go through 10 races. And so at the start of every race... Yeah, the sauces get real hot. But it should be fun. It's not like it'll cause any health problems, right? It'll just be unpleasant. It'll be all fine. You should watch some of the Hot Ones interviews. Very funny. The Shaq one was pretty funny. He actually wimped out and didn't eat the last sauce. Yep. Yeah, they're pretty good. Pretty pretty funny to watch some celebrities and they're just totally fine with it. You know, they're just eating it like it's nothing, and then some of them are like having a breakdown. I always love when they're on there and they're like, man, this is real. These are actually spicy. And like, I'm not sure what they were expecting when they came on. Like, if they're going to give them like fake sauces and you're just supposed to pretend like it's not. But yeah, it's getting to be, that show is actually getting to be a pretty big deal. It's they got invited to be on the Colbert Report, or not the Colbert Report, the Late Show with Stephen Colbert, and Stephen Colbert actually did them live or in this with the studio audience. He did not fare particularly well. Oh yeah, I cleaned up good. Okay, well, I am actually going to, I think, shut things down so I can go prepare dinner, or start preparing dinner. I don't know where Carrie's at, but I got to clean off the table and stuff from when I was making the trophy. But yeah, be giving out those. Oh, there she is. All right. I am going to start eating dinner, so happy Thanksgiving.